make it. Just like when we were down there at the, didn't want to come back. Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Dumped it out.
I know.
You running the whole show tonight, Bob?
Rumor has it. My partner bailed on me.
He's up doing something with Dolph in Dubuque tonight, I guess.
Really?
Daniel went up to Chicago yesterday.
Did he?
Spent the day at the Big Ten headquarters up there.
Oh, really?
On some big job hunt or something. I don't know what it was. There was 50 some of them that went.
Nice.
He said, Dad, I think I want to apply for this 2-year internship at the Big Ten.
That'd be cool.
Doing something in the points.
So is this National Guard thing, is that who's sponsoring this?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to announce something here before the anthem about the Guard. I don't know if it's National Guard night or.
Well, as if reading those numbers is hard enough, so they got Campbell uniforms on.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Fans, we welcome Southeastern Community College to the game tonight. Make sure to stop down to the SEC tent to win some great SEC gear and even a $250 scholarship. We'll announce the winner after halftime. We thank Southeastern Community College for supporting Falcon football.
There you go.
Check. Yep, now I got sound.
Call me then. Okay, now try.
Check. 1, 2, check, check.
Could be the other way. Oops. Now try that one.
Check. 1, 2, check, check.
Okay, try again.
Check. 1, 2, check, check. Check. 1, 2, check, check. Check. 1, 2. Check. Yep, now I got sound. It's coming through somewhere.
Somebody's saying something.
Check. 1, 2, check, check.
See, I've got a delay on here.
Okay. So do we know which one?
Here. Yeah, there he is. You got him. Delay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good. It's just delayed on my end.
So it's this one. Check. 1, 2.
Okay,
I think we're good.
you're good. You want to watch?
Sorry, I missed Carson.
That's all right.
For some reason,
Well,
I
we
just,
got out of Kobe. Kobe got us out
I'm
of
moving around. I just said one over.
Hey, he's coming through again. KC.
Oh, Casey is?
Well, at least I could hear him through here in that.
Burlington Marching Falcons.
Is it coming through or not? It still is.
At least I'm getting some sound from somewhere.
I think that's his. I'm just going to unplug his. Okay. There you go.
Check 1, 2. Okay.
We got no Mikey D. Walton either.
Okay, Bob, you're live now. Pretty good. Okay, so I'm getting mixed reviews on Mr. Evans, but I just got a phone call, so I'll call Mr. Jones back. But he hasn't formally. This is last year.
Yeah.
Does he? Okay, excellent. No, that's, yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay, all right, yeah, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not necessarily his teaching, because that's an extracurricular, so yeah, I think that's okay to say that. Okay, all right. Yeah. Maybe let's let him out of it. All right, sounds good. Thank you. All right, see ya. So he's okay with that announcement. Yes, it is his last marching band performance. Now, I wouldn't say they want to retire from teacher or anything like that, but just, I suppose leave it at that.
Okay. Okay, I'll hit it.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game between the West Burlington Notre Dame Falcons and the visiting Washington Demons. As you can see, tonight's game has a different look and a different feel. As a salute to our veterans, the West Burlington Notre Dame Falcons will be wearing the Iowa Army National Guard camouflage jersey. Much like the Iowa Army National Guard, football represents a set of core values: teamwork, leadership, camaraderie, respect, and sportsmanship. The Iowa Army National Guard would like to thank both schools for welcoming us to tonight's game and being a part of this special evening. At this time, please rise and remove cover to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad. Football fans, your national anthem.
Good evening, football fans. Welcome to West Barnard Arnold High School campus and also to Bill Nelson Field, where tonight's game between the Washington Demons and the West Burlington Notre Dame Falcons will be starting in about 5 minutes. I'm Bob Bowen. My usual partner, Brian Fleming, had a prior commitment tonight, and I'm going to be doing this solo. This will be a new experience for me. I've been helping Brian out the last several home games by assisting with a little bit of color commentary, but tonight I'm going to attempt to do the whole show. So bear with me. I'll do the best I can. This is senior night at West Burlington Arnold High School, and they've honored all of the football players, cheerleaders, band members, all the seniors who are making their final appearance in tonight's game. Also, adding to the evening festivities is the Iowa Army National Guard has provided camouflage uniforms. I think that's a great gesture. However, for this rookie broadcaster, reading numbers just became more difficult. So if I do miss identifying players, there could be several reasons for that, but I'll blame it on the camo uniforms. All right.
Here come the Falcons!
Tonight's an interesting football night across the state of Iowa. The 8-man Class A, Class 1A, and Class 2A teams have ended district play, and they are actually starting their first round of the playoffs. They have 32 qualifiers in those classes, so they'll have an extra week of playoffs. The 3A, 4A, and 5A schools are finishing their regular season, a 9th game this week, excuse me, and then we'll begin their playoffs a week from tonight, and there'll be 16 qualifiers in each of those classes. Adding to the interest of tonight's game, the Demons from Washington are entering this game with a overall season record of 3-5. They're 2-2 in District 3A, District 5 3A. And of course, the West Burlington Falcons are still looking for their first win, and hopefully have a shot at picking that up tonight. As far as playoff ramifications, the district champion and runner-up automatically qualify, and then there are 4 at-large beyond that. Right now, the Solon Spartans have clinched that first place district championship and have automatically qualified. The second spot is still up for grabs. A big game is going on tonight between Grinnell and Fairfield. Grinnell currently has a 3-1 record. Fairfield is 2-2. If Fairfield would happen to win that game, they would end up in a tie with Grinnell at 3-2 then. Also, Washington, the opponent here for West Burlington Notre Dame, is also in the hunt slightly. They are 2-2. A win tonight would make them 3-2. So it's a possibility all 3 teams could end up in a 3-way tie with a 3-2 record. If that would occur, then the team, the next tiebreaker, first tiebreaker, is head-to-head competition. Well, if that scenario occurs in this particular district, all 3 teams have one win against each of the others. So that will not be the tiebreaker. The next tiebreaker then is an RPI, ratings percentage index, which is based upon opponent's schedule, the home team schedule, the qualifying team schedule, their opponent's schedule, and their opponent's schedule. And if you can sort through all of that with your pocket calculator, you're a better person than I. But all of that will be taken care of at the Iowa High School Athletic Association in Boone, and they'll put their computers to work, and they'll sort that all out. So what I've seen so far is Washington is a very outside chance. Even if they would get into that RPI situation, Grinnell has kind of an upper hand. But again, a lot of things depend on how the games come out tonight. So I think it's safe to say Washington is not completely eliminated, but a lot of things that have to fall into place. Okay, we're ready for kickoff. West Burlington has won the toss and elected to receive. Washington is set to kick off. Set to kick for Washington is number 8, their quarterback, Ethan Patterson. He's kind of a do-everything athlete, apparently. He's kind of a dual-purpose quarterback. He leads the team in passing and also rushing.
Take it away for Washington. Let's play Falcon football.
West Burlington has 2 receivers deep. Kind of a pooch kick. Kick eventually went out of bounds on about the 11-yard line after it was briefly mishandled. Kind of, like I said, a pooch kick that kind of scooted along the ground. And so West Burlington will start fairly deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 from their own 12, apparently is where they've spotted it. Quarterback Caden Schwenker lines up with flankers on each side. Pitch around the right side. Again, these numbers are quite difficult to read.
Falcons carry up around the right side for a gain of 8. 2nd down 2.
Could have been number 2. Who's number 2?
All right, on the 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier. Alec Ulan there for the tackle for Washington. That's good for a Falcon.
Isaiah Fenton on the carry picks up the 1st down. So good start for the Falcons, picking up a 1st down in this first series. Moved it out to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. This time a handoff to Hayden Vandenberg, who goes over the center. Another nice 1st down play. Pick up about 7 on that. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. So far the ground game has been effective for the Falcons.
Gain of 7 sets up 2nd down 3.
Again, flanker left, slot left also. 3 in the backfield. Schwenker hands the ball to Fenton. He appears to have picked up the 1st down as he crosses the 45-yard line. So again, West Burlington marching down the field. They've moved it from their own 12 now out to the their own 47, approaching midfield. And we'll check that, make it to 46 is where the final spot was made. Quickly out of the huddle, trying to keep this drive moving. Schwenker's pass
intended
fell incomplete.
for Kip. Falls incomplete. 2nd down 10.
Intended receiver was Dylan Kipp. Happens to be the leading receiver right now for the Falcons on the season. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass.
Yep, nice deal. Not gonna slow here. Couldn't find anybody else to take it. Holding.
Schwenker on a pitch to Fenton around the right side. We have a yellow flag on the play, which will probably result in a hold from the location of the flag and the official who threw it. And that's what we have.
Holding on the Falcons.
Be from the spot of the 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul,
Repeat 2nd down.
which was about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, so should bring up about a 2nd and 21. So that's not the way you need to have your to keep the drive going. That's not effective for the Falcons. They've moved the ball well on the ground, but now they're second and long, and I have to maybe put the ball in the air again. Hand off to Vandenberg over the left guard.
Vandenberg up the middle.
Picked up about 5 on that. So third and about 17.
Strabler.
Ball spotted on their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, flip the point on that one. You got a Dave Strabler that lives in town and a Ken Strabler. But then you go by, did you say Strabler? Oh, Ken says Strabler. Double pass. He's there. He's there. Vandenberg's pass just outside the reach of Jenkins.
Interesting play call. Pitched the ball to Hayden Vandenberg, one of the 2 running backs, and he made a halfback pass, which looked like it was there and just through the hands of the intended receiver. Of course, Vandenberg had been the starting quarterback for most of the season until injuries kind of decimated the running back position, and Coach Bowman moved him to the running back spot and took advantage of his quarterback skills there. Unfortunately, it was incomplete. Now the Falcons are forced to punt it away, and punt rolls dead on about the Washington 32, 33-yard line, it looks like. So again, we'll get a look at the Demons offense here in their first possession. Their quarterback, again, as I mentioned earlier,
just south of the main grandstand, benefiting Fine Arts Boosters tonight.
Ethan Patterson,
Till it's gone. Don't miss out.
one setback. Check signals with the sideline. Now it looks like they're ready. Patterson's pass over the middle to a wide open.
That's a touchdown, Washington.
Number 80,
9 yards on the pass.
John Prohaska.
Good break.
Not the defensive start the Falcons needed. So, with 8:27 going the first quarter, Washington is on the scoreboard with a long touchdown pass to Prohaska. Now on the field for the try. And the kick by Patterson is good. And with 8:27 in the quarter, first quarter, Washington takes the 7-0 lead. We'll be back shortly.
Where you can win $250 in scholarships.
Okay,
SEC, a proud
Washington
supporter
prepares to
of
kick
West
off
Burlington
again.
Notre Dame football.
Patterson will again do the kicking.
Stuart Jenkins deep to receive the kick. for the Falcons. They're squibbing it on us.
Another squib type kick that hit one of the Falcon return players, bounced off his shoulder pad, and then he was able to fall on it at the 38-yard line.
Where it's 1st and 10, West Burlington, Notre Dame.
So that resulted in a little better field position, quite a bit better, in fact. So once again, the Falcons, after a promising drive to start the game, had it stall out after a holding penalty, and then give up the long touchdown pass. Once again, a nice first down play. Fenton again on the carry over the right guard.
Tackle by Scribala, just shy of a first down, bringing up 2nd down short.
Picked up 9 on the play. Once again, the Falcons have shown the ability to run the ball so far. See if they can continue that good fortune. Wide receiver in the slot, both to the right. Schwenker on the fake handoff, kept it, went straight up the middle, picks up the first down.
Schwenker keeps it up over midfield. That's good for a Falcon.
So they've moved into just across the 50, so they are now in Washington territory. 1st and 10. Once again, showing some ability to move the ball on the ground. Fenton has been the primary ball carrier. I'm sure that Vandenberg, who's the leading rusher, is probably the key.
Schwenker's pass complete. Carson Jones on the reception.
Very nice first down play. Faked the dive. Schwenker hit the tight end. I believe that was Jones, slanting across from the left side and moved down to about the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. So maybe enhance the running attack a little bit by going to the air successfully. There's Vandenberg over left guard in the secondary, dragging Demons with him. And another first down. Nice pickup.
1st and 10. Lucas Kroll and
Down to the
on the tackle for Washington. 1st and 10, West Burlington, Notre Dame, 22.
22-yard line, 1st and 10. Be very important that the Falcons can finish this drive and answer that long touchdown pass by Washington to start the game. Schwenker with a nice hole over the left side. Again, into secondary, carrying a couple tacklers with him. Another nice pickup. Another 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Down to about the 11. Really impressive drive. They've
Goal from 10, yeah.
1st and goal from just inside the 10.
make correction, and that was actually, it was down and they marked it on the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal.
That's a hell of a drive out there. Yeah, that's awesome. Bomb. Shows some resiliency.
This time Vandenberg hits over the left side, maybe picked up a yard or two. Hole was not quite the size it's been the previous plays running through the middle of the line like that. As I said before, you got to think Washington, probably Vandenberg is their key. He's the leading ground gainer on the season for the Falcons. But Fenton has certainly provided a spark also. So kind of have a two-edged sword tonight on the running game. That time Schwenker faked the handoff to Vandenberg and then kept it and fouled him in the hole. Stopped for little or no gain. It's going to be 3rd and goal on about the, looks like about the 7.5 or 8 yard line. So, critical play in this drive. Pitch to Fenton. Tried to make the corner on the right side. You got a flag coming in again. I fear another holding penalty.
Penalty ball carrier ran out of bounds inside the 5 with penalty markers on the field. Patterson on the tackle.
And the signal is holding.
Holding the preliminary signal, which would be a 10-yard penalty on West Burlington, Notre Dame.
So after the 10-yard walk-off, it will leave 3rd down and looks like goal to go from about the 16, 17, I guess, is where they actually spotted it.
After the penalty, it'll be 3rd and goal from the 17.
So once again, if the Falcons are going to be able to keep this drive alive, they're going to have to overcome another holding penalty. It was a drive killer the first series and has that potential to do so again. Handed to Vandenberg over the left side.
Williams, the first demon on the
Gained about 6, it looks like, down to about the 11. So 1st and goal on the
about 5 down to the 12-yard line. Sets up 4th
mark,
down
make that the
goal.
12. So we'll see what Coach Bowen elects to do here with 4th and goal on the 12. They don't appear to be sending out a kicking tee. They're taking some time. I wonder if they're no, I thought maybe they're going to call timeout. So 4th and goal from the 12. Schwenker back to pass. Batted down in the end zone.
Pass is incomplete, but a penalty marker in the backfield in the grass.
And we have another flag on the play.
That's rough to passer. That's automatic 1st down. I thought that looked like intentional grounding.
The signal was intentional grounding, and I don't believe that was correct signal. He was intended for the receiver in the end zone, who was very much in the vicinity.
That's what he signaled.
Yeah.
Preliminary signal was an infraction on Washington.
Officials are discussing this, and looks like we're going to have some kind of, the walk-off will be against Washington, which now he signaled roughing the passer, which is an automatic 1st down. So a huge break for the Falcons.
Washington's the call. Is that automatic 1st down? Yes. Automatic 1st down. 1st and goal from the 5.
So after the walk-off, puts the ball on the 5-yard line.
Whoa, he didn't even signal that ball to play yet. I don't know how
There's a handoff to Vandenberg over the left side.
he was still,
Into
the
the end
coaches are
zone.
still arguing.
Touchdown.
He wouldn't even,
Touchdown, Falcons.
he never,
And in the end zone for the touchdown. A little bit of confusion there,
Still turned around. He had his
but it was
yeah, he did.
the ball was in play, and
You have an issue with that?
I don't know, but he hasn't signaled a touchdown yet.
we have a Falcon touchdown.
Yeah, he's going nuts over here. So I don't know, what do I do? Score him from the corner or what? Yep, I guess I do.
Number 48, Taylor Lundgren, attempting the try. Kick is up. And it's good. So with 2:41 to go in the first quarter, the Falcons are on the board and tie the score at 7-0 Paul. Really a great answer by West Burlington Notre Dame after giving up a one-play touchdown drive to Washington. They came back and put a nice sustained drive together, mostly on the ground, but a few running plays, or a few passing plays to supplement the run. Got a little break with the roughing the passer after their own holding penalty nearly called the drive to stall out. But it worked out, and we've got a tie game. So good answer by the Falcons.
Jimmy John's Freaky Fast, a proud supporter of Falcon football. Thank you, Jimmy John's, for your support this and every year here at West Burlington, Notre Dame.
So Taylor Lundgren, freshman kicker, set to put the ball back in play.
Lundgren set to kick it away for the Falcons.
Did he just give a sideline warning? He gave Washington's, huh?
Tobias hates that.
Which one?
Your head coach.
Oh, really?
He goes up, throw him out.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He said
I'm pretty certain he just gave a sideline warning to the Washington.
he's used every name for football.
Really?
He's out of line. He goes, it takes something.
He's over here.
Far side.
Lundgren's kick is fielded on about the 15. Apparently the return man signaled fair catch.
Just past the 25, where we'll be 1st and 10, Washington.
Looks like the ball is going to be spotted just inside the 30-yard line, about the 20, about the 26 or 7. 1st and 10. Patterson again running the show for the Demons. As I mentioned before, dual threat, both their leading ground gainer and passer. Man in motion, leaves him alone in the backfield.
Oh, no. Oh, you got it.
What number is that? 9?
No.
11. Pass complete to Bailey.
Not quite.
Pushed out of bounds at the 48, where it's 1st and 10, Washington.
The pass was completed to Cason Bailey, who came out of the backfield after going in motion. Picked up a first down about the 47-yard line. Down the left sideline, made a nice catch, was well defended. But he outfought the defender and hauled it in for a big gain. A handoff up the middle.
Short gain up the middle for
Pick up
Washington.
about 2.
Aiden Niffen, the first Falcon on the scene. And a 3 sets up 2nd down 7. Who's going to running back? That tailback. That's why I love numbers inside the numbers. 9 for 5.
Javon Stewart was the ball carrier on that play.
Yeah, but it's 5. Javon Stewart. Holding! Patterson's pass complete.
Patterson again completes the pass to Prohaska, the same tight end that hauled in the touchdown pass the first drive. And the Demons are on the march again into Falcon territory, have the ball 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down Washington on the 35.
The Demons have spread the field and are been effective throwing the ball. Once again, pistol formation.
Holding on 60.
Patterson on the keeper, the kind of the option around the left side, kept it, tucked it under. Picked up about 3 or 4 yards.
Patterson kept it for a gain of 4, sets up second down 6.
Gain of 4 in that play, so 2nd and 6. Again, Patterson with Javon Stewart, the lone running back, set behind him. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. High snap, Patterson hauls it in. Kind of messed up the timing of the play a little bit as he handed it off to Stewart. Was met at the line of scrimmage by a host of Falcons for no gain. Looks like it's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
All in on the tackle, 3rd down 9.
So Falcons got a chance to maybe at least force a 4th down play and maybe a chance to get off the field defensively. Another high snap. Patterson hauls it in, goes deep. We've got a flag in the secondary. I'm going to say we're probably going to see a pass interference. It looked like the Falcon defender might have grabbed the receiver as he was going by.
He was looking the other direction too, wasn't he? Back judge Tobias Lunsford and referee Greg Worrell are discussing. We have holding, defensive holding on the Falcons.
Holding on Falcons.
It'll be a 10-yard penalty, and we'll give the Demons a 1st down. I'll be from the previous spot. So penalties have been a problem for the Falcons. Although they overcame 1 holding penalty and were able to continue the drive and get the score off of that second possession of the game. But now the holding penalty has moved the ball down inside the West Burlington 25. It's first and 10 on the, looks like about the 24, perhaps. Patterson again on the option on the right side this time. Pitches it to Stewart. He's knocked out of bounds. Inside the 15.
And that'll do it for the first quarter with your score tied up.
And the clock has run out on the first quarter. We've got a 7-7 tie. We'll be back for the second quarter after this. Okay, as we return to play at
West Burlington High School. Start the second quarter. We have a tie game at 7-7. Washington Demons are driving with the ball 1st and 10 on the West Burlington Notre Dame 14-yard line. As soon as we get our officials into position, I think we'll resume play. The ball's marked ready, and here we go. Patterson once again option to the right, keeps it.
Patterson, the ball carrier.
Nice pickup around the right side. And picked up the first down. So they're on about the West Burlington Notre Dame 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Washington from the 2-yard line.
That time Patterson just kept it.
Stewart in for the Washington touchdown.
Kind of tiptoed his way over the left side and into the end zone, and Washington scores to take a 13-7 lead.
Not sure why Worrell was calling intentional grounding on the defense earlier either. Smiley face.
And once again, Patterson lining up for the try. Kick is up, and it's good.
Kicks up and good, making your score.
So with 11:47 to go in the second quarter, Washington back into the lead, 14-7. We'll be back. Okay, we're about to resume play here following the Demon touchdown. Patterson set to kick. Deep for the Falcons are Fenton and Gande. Once again, the kick squirts along on the ground. Looks like Isaiah Fenton has picked it up this time, able to return a few yards across about the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 Falcons.
Falcons will take over their 1st and 10. Well, West Burlington Notre Dame has shown some ability to move the ball certainly today, and it looks like they're going to need to continue that, as Washington has also been able to move the ball pretty easily. Schwenker on the handoff to Vandenberg, breaks a tackle into the secondary. Across the 45 to about the 46. And yes, just enough for the first down.
That's good for a Falcon. First and 10, West Burlington, Notre Dame on the 46-yard line. Oh, the house loves that. That'll be fun to clean up, especially once it starts raining about an hour. I'm surprised it's not raining yet. There's a 75% chance at 6. Oh, yeah.
First and 10 Falcons.
Didn't think it was supposed to rain till Sunday.
And we got a flag on the play. Looks like a false start on the Falcons.
But not very long.
Yeah.
Gonna bring up first and 15 after the 5-yard walk-off.
5-yard penalty. First down, 15. So they must be moving around. Now it's a box. Oh, he was on the other side of someone came off.
Yeah, he's always been in that back.
That time, movement in the line of scrimmage, and this looked like encroachment. So the walk the 5 back the other way, and we're right where we started. First and 10
Offside
Falcons.
Washington. 5 yards back. First and 10.
So both sides of the ball showing an inability to wait for the snap, I guess we could say. So here we are again, first and 10 on the 46-yard line. Hand off to Fenton, works his way into the secondary. Nice effort. Showed some really good patience on that. He gave the hole a little time to develop and then squirted through. Picked up, had moved the ball into Demon territory to the 41, first and 10. So once again, West Burlington showing really great ability to move the ball on the ground. Apparently the line of scrimmage is being won most of the plays by the green uniforms, or the camo uniforms, if you will.
Oh no, guys. Didn't even know it.
We have fumble on the play, and Washington has recovered. Apparently the handoff was botched. The interesting part about that is it didn't look like either Schwenker, who was handing it off, or Fenton, who was to receive it. I don't think either one of them realized that the handoff was unsuccessful, as they kept moving downfield and there was nobody but white uniforms to jump on the ball and recover it. So Washington takes over on their own 44. Once again, the Falcon drive was stopped not by Washington's defensive prowess, but rather by their own mistake, that time a fumble. Hand off to number 20, Taven Stewart. Looks like he picked up about 3 on that over the right side of the line. Second and 7.
3-yard gain will bring up second down and 7.
West Burlington player slow to get up. Now limping off the field. So it's number 15, Dylan Kipp. I misidentified that a little while ago. We have 2 number 15s on the roster. That would be Kipp, who was back to receive the kickoff the last possession also. Here's the second down snap. Schwenker is in trouble. Fades very deep. Finally able to unload it and throw it away. Got a lot of pressure from number 73, Tyler Birch.
Incomplete pass, third down, 7.
Incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 7 for the Washington Demons. Patterson was fortunate to avoid the sack and was able to finally throw it away and save the loss of yardage, and now have a 3rd and 7. And what could have been 3rd and a mile. Patterson again is flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his left, able to complete the pass down the left sideline to Cason Bailey.
Patterson's pass complete.
Patterson showed some poise on that. He was, again, flushed out of the pocket, was able to maintain his composure, found the open receiver down the left sideline and thread the needle for the completion, pick up the first down. They're in Falcon territory at the 40, at the 36, it looks like. 34, excuse me, 34-yard line.
Motion. They're doing that about every time.
And we got a false start penalty. So backed up the Demons, 5 yards, bring up 1st and 15.
First down, 15.
So now they have to work from behind the sticks, the Demons do.
I think some other places really need to go here to get the opportunity of down the line at Gibson. That's pretty cool down there.
I've heard that. I've all
It's like a little city down there.
Yeah, they have vehicles down there and everything.
Prohaska in motion across the formation. Once again, Patterson fades to pass, is flushed out, and using his quickness to avoid the rushing defenders,
Patterson escapes the pressure,
gets around the right side, and is finally forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line to pick up the first down.
first and 10 from
So
the
once again,
23-yard line.
the Falcons were able to get some pressure on Patterson, force him out of the pocket, but he still made a play out of it, that time with his feet rather than with his arm. Again, as I mentioned early in the broadcast, he is truly a dual threat quarterback, and he's shown that frequently so far, both throwing and running with the ball. And we should say a triple threat because he's also their kicker. So I guess that's we don't know if he's the punter or not.
2-yard gain brings up second down.
Wouldn't surprise me. 2-yard gain on that run up the middle. 2nd and 8 for the Demons. This time Patterson keeps it around the left side. Looked like he was looking at an option, but the play really didn't materialize. The option man got quite a bit out of position, so Patterson just tucked it and ended up diving forward and losing yardage. Looks like he lost most of what had been gained the previous play, so they're back 3rd and about 10.
I guess I don't get to get set and then look.
Patterson with the straight drop. Over the middle. Almost intercepted.
Patterson's pass falls incomplete. Schwenker on the
That was
coverage.
the
Sets up 4th down.
West Burlington and
10.
Notre Dame defensive back Caden Schwenker on that deflection and nearly an interception. pass was probably one of the few poor decisions that Patterson has made. Threw into pretty heavy coverage, and Schwenker read it, played it well, and got his hands on it. Looked like he had a shot at intercepting it, but I think the receiver maybe played pass defense a little bit on that and prevented the interception. So 4th and 10, big play for the Falcons. Patterson back, looked like a possible screen setup. Now he flushed out of the pocket, rolls right, throws back across the formation, and it is incomplete. Threw it up for grabs, kind of a
Washington turns it over on down.
almost you could call that a Hail Mary. He knew it was 4th down, and it was either throw it away or throw it up, and if it got intercepted, it was probably as good as a punt. They would have down near the goal line. So West Burlington stiffens on defense. The drive is halted, and now they take over on their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Schwenker again with the 2 running backs flanking each side of him. Vandenberg up the middle, big hole, breaks in the secondary, stiff arm, carrying tacklers with him across midfield. Huge gain, Hayden Vandenberg. I see a flag on the field. That was thrown by the line judge, and we have an illegal shift. So that one will be coming back. That is really unfortunate. Vandenberg had a great run. Illegal shift usually indicates that not all the players got set for the minimum 1 second before the snap. It's like the line judge is explaining that to the West Burlington Notre Dame coaching staff. I'm sure they're not pleased with it. I didn't actually see the player that did not get set, but that sometimes happens. So instead of a 1st down in Demon territory, the Falcons are backed up to their own 17 and now face 1st and 15. Schwenker keeps it. Picked up a couple over the right side. Still going to be 2nd and about, looks like about 13 to go.
Gain of 3. 3-yard gain brings up 2nd down, 12. Yeah, it makes sense. Looking at the chain, I was thinking about it, Bert.
Yeah.
He loves to talk about weird sayings in sports. Like last night, he was like, why did they call
2 receivers split to both sides.
one chain out there? There's multiple links, but there's not multiple chains.
Nice play. Schwenker showed some patience, allowed the intended receiver Twilley to work his way open, and was able to complete the pass for a decent gain, but it looks like Twilley, the receiver, is now down on the field and appears to be in some pain.
Is that on us? Yeah. On us? That's what he signaled.
We also have a flag on the play. I did not see the signal. I heard someone in the press box say they think it was unsportsmanlike.
Aaron Bush, athletic trainer, and Dr. Scott Gleason for helping the Falcons
I don't
stay
think
healthy
that's what the penalty was.
all season long. Great River Health and Great River Orthopedics, Aaron Bush. Dr. Scott
So we've got a break in the action while they tend to the injured Falcon. We'll come back after this. So the injured Falcon, Kobe Twilley, was able to get off the field on his own. He did have a noticeable limp. Looks like trainer Aaron Bush is walking with him towards the locker room, probably to he's moving fairly well, so hopefully he'll be able to return. So after, that was a 5-yard penalty for an ineligible downfield. After the scramble by Schwenker, one of the linemen apparently released and got a few too many yards beyond the line of scrimmage, resulting in the ineligible downfield penalty. Backs up 5 yards and leaves 3rd down and 17 with the ball on their own 15-yard line.
I didn't have these dates yet. We wrote it down. They had a dinner thing planned after. Crap, I didn't miss a game. There was just like a dozen of us. It was fun. It was really cool. Eerie. Yeah, sure.
Schwenker back to pass, avoids the first rusher, but not the second, and is sacked for a sizable loss. Back on about their own, inside their own 10-yard line. So 4th and probably about 21 or 22. Punting situation for the Falcons. So again, penalty was a drive killer. Had a big first down play. Vandenberg broke a run up the middle all the way into Washington territory. Wow, West Burlington is, excuse me, that was only 3rd down. That was my fault.
I did too. I just saw it on the.
I was, I think the downs marker had not been changed. Had been changed, I should say. It confused all of us. Now it's 4th down. Now about 4th and 15. Punt by number 17, Levi Fletcher Bates, freshman punter. Rolls dead on about the 42-yard line of West Burlington, Notre Dame. So the Washington Demons take over in Falcon territory, leading 14-7. We have just under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Once again, 3 receivers split wide right, 1 left. A lone setback behind Patterson, the quarterback. It's number 5, Javon Stewart, senior running back. Patterson on the option, keeps it. Goes over the right side.
Patterson keeps it, tripped up by Riley.
Picked up a sizable gain. Down to the Falcon 37, 1st and 10.
26-yard line where it's 1st and 10, Washington.
Check that, the 26-yard line. Patterson back to pass, has a receiver near the goal line, complete, and it's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington. Patterson's pass complete to Prohaska. For the score.
Prohaska again on the receiving end of that touchdown pass, his 2nd of the game. Puts the Demons up 20-7. Now the point after is up, and it's no good. Looked like it might have been partially blocked. So with 3:16 to go in the second quarter, Washington extends the lead to 20-7. We'll be back for the kickoff. Okay, Washington set to kick off. Patterson again has the ball on the tee. And we see the similar kick as we've seen every time so far tonight. Squibs along the ground. Falcons able to fall on it at about their own 35-yard line. Not sure what the Washington strategy is. Apparently they don't feel they can kick it deep enough to be effective, so they're going to do the squib type kick and hope that maybe it'll be mishandled and perhaps recover. At any rate, Falcons do take over their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Schwenker hands it off to Fenton. Hole closed quickly. And over the right side, looked like he picked up about 2.
Fenton, the ball carrier.
Looks like 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd down, 8.
A drive here to answer would be a good way to end this half. Let's see if the Falcons can do it in the last 2:38 that they have remaining. Schwenker sets the line down, hands it off to Fenton again, squirts through the over left guard.
Fenton, the ball carrier.
Short gain out to about the 44-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd and about 3. So a manageable 3rd down.
2.
Once again, the Falcons quickly out of the huddle. And a hard count draws the, I believe, encroachment. Yep, that's the signal, and so they'll get the 1st down via the penalty this time. Took advantage of the hard count.
On Washington, that's good.
Drew one of the
1st down.
Demon defenders into the neutral zone.
Notre Dame on the 49-yard line.
Good call from the West Burlington bench, utilizing that hard count. They haven't done that yet tonight that I recall. It was a good time to pull it out of the bag of tricks. So here we are, 1st and 10, just short of the midfield stripe. Schwenker back to pass, complete. Pass is complete to Dylan Kipp. Gain of about, looks like about 6. Move it into Washington territory now at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 4. 1:31, the clock running. Vandenberg off the left side, breaks into secondary. It's a race to the goal line, and Vandenberg wins that race. It's a touchdown, West Burlington, Notre Dame.
51 yards for the Falcon, touchdown. Touchdown, Falcons.
That's just exactly what the Falcons needed to end this half, hopefully. There's still 1:15 left, so they need to play defense for another little over a minute. Certainly a huge play. Vandenberg again. This time there were no flags, and it's a West Burlington touchdown. The try is up, and it's good.
Lunsford's kick up and good, making your score.
So
Washington 20, Falcons 14.
big play by Hayden Vandenberg as he broke into secondary and outraced the rest of the Demon defenders to the end zone, and they cut the lead down to 6 as we prepare for the last minute and 15 of the second quarter. We'll be back after this. So again, we return to action at Bill Nelson Field. Tyler Lundgren set to kick it away with a minute 15 to go. Field done on about the 14-yard line. Sidesteps a couple of would-be tacklers and brings it out across the 40-yard line. Looks like about the 42. So the Washington Demons with a minute and 8 seconds to go put the ball in play from their own 41. Looks like they're going to spot it.
First down, Washington.
So West Burlington, Notre Dame needs to put together a defensive stand here and get in to halftime only down one score. Patterson set to take the snap, hands it to Stewart, gets into the secondary, breaks a tackle at the 45, finally knocked out of bounds across the 50-yard line into West Burlington Notre Dame territory. We have a holding penalty against, excuse me, that was an illegal shift. So, same foul that West Burlington had earlier in the quarter. So instead of a big first down run, which moved the ball into West Burlington territory, we're going to have a 5-yard walk-off. And be back to their own 36-yard line, 1st and 15. 1:01 to go. Patterson with a quick slant over the middle, intended for number 11, Case and Bailey, just off his fingertips. It was pretty well defended. The Falcon defender on that was number 29, Kenyon Baker. Good coverage. Second and 15. 57 seconds, second quarter. Clock stopped due to the incomplete pass. Patterson sets the line down, takes a snap. This time runs the option to the right side. Got back to about the original line of scrimmage. We got a timeout West Burlington. They're counting on getting the ball back here and maybe trying to tack on a late score. So with 48.5 seconds left in the second quarter, West Burlington spins a timeout. It'll be 3rd and 10 upon resumption of play. We'll be back. Okay, following the timeout. Again, 48.5 seconds left in the second quarter. Washington 3rd and 10, their own 41-yard line. The reverse. kind of an end around reverse to number 9, Lucas Kroll. Nearly tackled in the backfield, but he was able to avoid the initial tackle, but only picked up about 5 on the play, so it's going to be 4th down and 5. The Falcons call another timeout. So with 38.9 remaining, Falcons down 20-14. They're looking to get the ball back here at the end of the second quarter and maybe tack on some late points. We'll see. We'll be back after this.
Your prizes. Thank you, SEC, and congratulations, winners.
Okay, following that Falcon timeout, Washington does set up to punt the ball. Ball spotted at their own. Patterson, the punter. That's kind of a Australian rugby style punt. He rolled to his right, looked downfield. I think he had the option of either, if he found somebody open, could have thrown it. Otherwise, he punted it when he found no open receiver. Punted it out of bounds. The officials are going to spot it down as they walk up the sideline on about the 34-yard line. So Falcons will have the ball with 28.2 left. Still have a timeout left on the board.
On the 34-yard line, 1st and 10, Falcons.
See if they can do something in this final 28 seconds. 2 receivers to the right. Schwenker back to pass. Oh, tried to set up a screen on the left side. Nearly picked off. I didn't catch the number of the defender. Looked like number 18 for the Demons. Ethan Zaglowski. Had he been able to hold on to that, he had nothing but green grass and goal line in front of him. So fortunately, pass was batted down incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now 24 seconds left. Schwenker sets up to pass again. This time had a receiver, but just out of his reach. Trying to catch these numbers on these camo uniforms is very difficult. Number 1, Landon Whitmore was the intended receiver. So 3rd and 10. Now 19.8 left. This time handed off to Vandenberg. Hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Vandenberg, the ball carrier.
Looks like they're going to just allow the clock to run out, and we're probably going to go into halftime. And yes, we are. Both teams are headed towards their respective sidelines and then the locker room. So we've reached the end of the second quarter, and at halftime, the Demons 20, the Falcons 14. We'll be back after our halftime for the second half. All right, welcome back to Bill Nelson Field as we prepare for the second half kickoff. Once again, the Washington Demons with a 6-point lead over the Falcons, 20-14. Falcons scored a late touchdown on a long run by Hayden Vandenberg, cut the lead to 20-14. I believe, if I remember correctly, West Burlington received the opening kickoff, so they will be kicking to start the game. It's been a pretty competitive ball game. The Demons triple threat quarterback, kicker has carried much of the load, both running and passing. West Burlington has spread it around a little better. Hayden Vandenberg, probably their leading ground carrier, although Isaiah Fenton has had several nice runs. Ground game has been very effective for the Falcons. They've been able to move the ball quite effectively on the ground. Several big runs of 10 yards or more. Penalties have caused a little bit of problem, killed a couple of drives early, but they've overcome that and are certainly still in this at 20-14. So still looking for that first win. You've got to credit the kids. You come into a game 0-8. You have really nothing to play for other than your own pride, and they're certainly can't criticize the Falcons for not putting forth a great effort tonight. Obviously, there's still a half to play, but I certainly don't see any reason not to expect the effort that they've shown the first half to continue the second half, and hopefully hang in there and get that first win. So teams are both back on the field. They've completed their mandatory 3-minute warm-up. Both teams are huddling on the sideline. Again, West Burlington will be kicking off to start the half. So put the onus on the defense to stop the Washington drive as quickly as possible, get the ball back, and try to cut into that 6-point lead. So once again, number 48, Taylor Lundgren, is teeing the ball up for the second half kickoff. Looks like the clock is reset to 12.
Lunsford sends a kick it away for the Falcons as we begin play in the second half.
Referee Greg Worrell is about to give the ready for play signal. And the second half is underway. Lundgren's kick is fielded, muffed on about the 15, now picked up. Tries the right side, met by a host of Falcons. We've got a flag on the play also. Yeah, we have multiple flags on each side of the field. I would guess we'll have either a hold or a block in the back, but we'll see.
Lundgren! I'm looking at Tobias. Lunsford was ready to kick it away.
Quite a lengthy discussion among the officials. They're trying to sort this one out.
I've even said Taylor, I think. Oh, gosh. Well, hopefully kick off again and I'll over-enunciate this. What'd they call?
We've got a hold on Washington. So I don't know if both flags were for the same foul.
Yeah,
They were thrown from two different officials on two different parts of the field, so it's hard to believe that they were both seeing the same thing. But so the Demons will be backed up following the holding penalty on the return. Back to inside their own 10. Still looking to see exactly where it's going to be spotted. Looks like about the 7. 1st and 10 for Washington. They have 3 receivers split wide to the left in trip formation. Patterson takes this direct snap, keeps it over the left side, turns it upfield for a nice gain on 1st down. Looks like about 8 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 2. Patterson was brought down by Dylan Kipp on that play. Now the trips are to the right side and a lone receiver to the left, spreading out the defense. Patterson on a pitch. Pitch was behind the pitch man, Stewart, and pitch actually then went out of bounds, so it's going to result in a substantial loss, backing him up to about their own 10-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7.
So the Falcons have a great chance to get a stop here on 3rd down, get the ball back in pretty favorable field position, just exactly the way they need to have the half started.
Come on, boys. Turn it. Every damn time.
Patterson rolling right, looking downfield, has a receiver, complete.
Patterson's pass complete to Prohaska.
Complete to, once again, number 80, John Prohaska.
1st and 10, Washington.
Out to about the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. So Patterson makes a play and keeps the drive alive. Once again, trips to the left, single receiver right. Now after the play is signaled in from the sideline, the running back moves up in a slot position, so Patterson is alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Finds a receiver over the middle.
Patterson's pass complete to Redling.
Completed to number 7, Austin Redling.
Schwenker on the tackle. And 7 brings up 2nd down 3.
Brought down by Schwenker. You're awesome. This time the handoff to number 5, Javon Stewart. He's hit,
Burks in the backfield. Tackle for loss on Stewart.
brought down for a loss by number 73, Tyler Birch, number 74, Aiden Kiffin. We also have a flag on the play, holding penalty. That penalty, after the loss on the play, the penalty is declined. Going to bring up 3rd and about 21.
3rd down 9.
Excuse me, 3rd and 9. I misread the scoreboard. So once again, big 3rd down play. Big play for both teams, says Mr. Obvious. Pistol formation. Motion across the formation. Patterson's pass
To Bailey.
on a great catch
By Baker.
to number 11, Kason Bailey,
Down.
brought down by Baker after the pickup of the first down. It was an outstanding catch by the Demon receiver Bailey. Ball was thrown high. He went up, well covered by Schwenker, and just won the battle, brought it down, first down. It's a handoff to Stewart, breaks into the secondary off the right side.
Stewart's ball carrier. Riley.
5 tackled by number 3.
Brought down by
4-yard gain.
Jackson Riley after a gain of about 4, 2nd and 6.
We're still at 20 to 14.
So 2 third down conversions has kept this drive alive for the Demons. Now they face 2nd and 6. This time Patterson keeps it.
Holding again on 75.
Breaks over the left side into the secondary. Huge gain.
Gain
Brought him
about
down.
30.
29.
Stop by Baker. First down,
29.
Washington.
Finally brought down by number 29, Kenyon Baker, as they now move the ball deep into Falcon territory on about the 28-yard line. So a long sustained drive so far. West Burlington's had a couple chances to get him off the field on 3rd down and get the ball back in good field position. Instead, they're now approaching the Washington is approaching the West Burlington red zone. There's a sack. Schwenker, Patterson rolling to his left.
Baker in the backfield.
Again, the camo numbers got us. Looks like number 39, Pierce Westerbeck.
Either way, sack for the Falcons. 2nd down, 17.
Now back him up 7 yards, so 2nd and 17. Once again, the Demons behind the sticks. Falcons got another opportunity to get him off the field. Patterson back to pass, flushed out, rolling right. Finds a receiver, number 7,
Patterson's pass complete to
Austin
Rebling.
Rebling. Tackled by number 15, Dylan Kipp.
Dylan Kipp on the tackle.
Nice gain on the play, results in a 3rd down and
Short gain on
about
the play brings
4.
up 3rd down long.
Make that 14. I'm looking at the back stick and not the front stick. 3rd and 14. I would guess that this is 4-down territory for the Demons. Motion across the formation. Patterson back to pass. Throws it out to the motion man. Makes the catch. That's number 7, Rebling again.
Number 15.
Brought down once again by
Pass
Kipp.
complete.
It's going to be short, just short
Falcons bring him down
of the
after
first
gain
down,
3.
so it's going to be
4th
4th
down,
and about
11.
11. Interesting call here. Good open field tackle by Kipp on that pass to Rebling out of the background. He was the man that went in motion across the formation. Washington has done a nice job in this drive converting these 3rd or 4th down plays. Patterson again back to pass, under pressure, rolls to his right. Now throws it downfield, incomplete. Prohaska made the catch, but he was out of bounds. So the Demons turn it over on downs. The Falcons, after giving up They, as the old saying goes, they did bend a little bit, but they did not break.
Halftime score from Bracewell Stadium, Burlington leading for Madison 14-10.
So the Falcons will take over on downs on their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10.
Best season they've had.
I was gonna say, it's,
Go to the playoffs.
they gotta win tonight to make it.
They'll lock it up if they win. Either team, the winner locks up a spot, and then the other.
Vandenberg over the left side. Moved the pile forward for a gain of about 4.
Vandenberg up the middle for a gain of about
Brought down by
5.
number 14, James Strabala.
2nd down, 5.
2nd down for the Falcons. It's their first possession of the second half. Vandenberg again. Tries to center the line. Not much, maybe a couple.
Vandenberg plows forward for a couple.
Brought down by number 17, Clayton Streeter.
72.
Check that. That was 72.
Ball, the tackle.
Xander Laws for the Demons.
3rd down, 3.
So 3rd and 3 for the Falcons.
What do we got?
Ball on their own 35-yard line. Knows the football just on the 35.
Since the first quarter, Harvey. He had some great carries early. Close.
Fenton with the handoff over the right side.
Number 3 brought down by
Right in the
number
ball
11.
carrier, up close to the line to gain.
It's close to the line of gain. We're going to see where they spot it. Going to spot it just short. So an interesting decision here for Coach Bowman and the coaching staff. Officials are eyeing it. I don't believe it's enough. But they are going to bring a measurement.
Timeout measurement.
It doesn't look like it's enough. I'm going to say it's about a half-yard short, but I'm not in the best position to make that judgment from here.
While we wait for the measurement, parents, did you know that your student can earn college credit while they're still in high school? Even better, it's probably free to you. SEC's Jump Start program offers college classes for high schoolers in all sorts of subjects and career programs.
Well, it's not a half a yard short. If it's short, it's going to be inches.
We thank Southeastern for supporting West Burlington Notre Dame
Now they're
football.
moving it back in using the chain, so it is short, but it is just short. I'm going to predict that the Falcons will try to pick this up.
The Iowa signature keys.
All right, we got 4th and about 2 inches.
4th and inches.
Once again, Mr. Obvious says this is a huge play in this football game.
Try and get him to jump off sides first.
The Demons crowding the line of scrimmage, expecting the Vandenberg into the line. Second effort, and I believe he's going to pick it up.
By number 14.
He was stopped right at the line of scrimmage and then bounced it to the left before he was brought down by number 13,
14.
James Strabala. And now we have
Strabala, the first demon in on the tackle with an injured Falcon.
an
on the
injured
field.
West Burlington Falcon on the field.
Well, that ain't good.
It is Vandenberg. I thought that's perhaps who it was. He's had that bad ankle, and now he's being helped off the field, putting no weight at all on his left ankle. That's really an
First down
unfortunate
10 from the 39.
development for the Falcons. He has been a workhorse, not only tonight, but all season long. The last home game, he went down a couple times and returned, and then finally about the third time after the ankle gave out, he was done for the night. Trainer Aaron Bush is checking him out on the trainer's table. Hopefully he can return.
Riley up the middle.
Number 3 brought down by number 9.
So the replacement for Vandenberg, Jackson Riley, gets the call. Breaks over the right side for a gain of about 5.
5 brings up second down 5.
Lucas Cole.
Brought down by number 9, Lucas Kroll.
Nice block.
Fenton over the left side.
Isaiah Fenton.
Big gain for Isaiah Fenton. Breaks a couple tackles. Brought down just short, into the just short of the 40 of
That's good for Falcons.
Washington.
First and 10, West Burlington, Notre Dame. On the 41
Brought down by number
line,
80,
Washington.
Josh Prohaska. So the Falcons on the move again. Fenton again on the carry. Picked up a few, it looks like. Across the 40.
Isaiah Fenton.
Brought down by number 6,
3-yard gain.
Kason Evans.
Xander Laws on the tackle for Washington. Second down 7.
Second and 7 for the Falcons. This time Schwenker pulls it out, keeps it around the right side. He's got one man to beat. And he's brought down by number 11, Kason Bailey. Very well executed play after handing the ball off multiple times. That time Schwenker pulled it out and kept it himself around the right side. Fooled the entire Demon defense except for the safety on that side of the field. Bailey, who was finally able to bring him down after a sizable gain on the down to the 15-yard line. First and 10. This time Schwenker keeps it after the fake handoff. Goes up the middle. Finally brought down by James Strabala down at about the nice gain, 9-yard gain. We got a charge timeout. No, excuse me. We got the end of the quarter. That was a very quick third quarter. So, the end of the third quarter remains 20-14, but the Falcons on the march with 2nd and 1 deep in Demon territory. We'll be back after this. Okay, back to live action where Falcons have the ball 2nd and 1
As we begin play in the third quarter,
on the
it's
7-yard
second
line.
down in the fourth quarter, 2nd down 2 from the 7.
Schwenker pitches it.
Oh, they got it. Nice push.
Kind of a rugby scrum out there, but I think number 3, Jackson Riley, again the replacement for Hayden Vandenberger, still sitting on the sidelines with that injured ankle.
Looked like
Riley
ball carrier.
picked that first down up, and the Falcons are in business. 1st and goal on the 4.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
Well, hell, we never really started scoring. I mean, that's what
Schwenker sets him down. Riley again on the carry into the middle of the line. Little or no gain. Brought down by number 14, Strabala again. So no gain.
2nd down goal from just inside the 4.
2nd goal on the 4. This time Fenton gets the call, tries the left side.
Ben, the ball carrier,
Again,
bounces forward for a couple of yards.
picked up a couple, brought down by number 52,
3rd down.
Jonathan
goal
Moore
from the 2.
on the tackle for the Demons. We're now 3rd and goal on the 2. It's been a little tough sledding in the middle of the line right now. That's would explain, I think, is explained by the fact that Vandenberg is the more effective power runner, and he's, as we've mentioned already, sitting on the sideline with a tweaked ankle. So 3rd and 2, and we're going to have a delay game. That was exactly what the Falcons did not need. So now it'll be 3rd and goal from the 7. That probably changes the play selection considerably. So with 9:51 to go in the 4th quarter, the Falcons face a 3rd and goal from the Washington 7-yard line now. Hole over the right side.
Touchdown! Touchdown Falcons!
Number 3, Jackson Riley.
Riley in the end
Broke
zone.
into the secondary, carried a tackler with him into the end zone, and the West Burlington Falcons have tied this game up at 20 apiece with 9:46 to go. Tyler Lundgren on for the all-important try. It's up, and it's good. No, it is no good. It is no good.
Lundgren's kick
So
right, no good.
we are now tied with 9:46 to go in the 4th quarter, 20 apiece. We'll be back for the kickoff after this. case you fans haven't picked up on it yet, I've had a lot of help identifying players, both on both sides of the ball. I recruited a spotter, my trusty grandson Pryor. I think he was looking for some warmth, so he came in out of the crowd, and he's doing a great job. He tells me who makes the tackle, and on that last touchdown score, he said, no one. Lundgren's kick is taken on about the 13-yard line. Brought back out across the 45 to about the 46, 47-yard line. Returned by number 18, Ethan Zaglowski. Tackle made by number 55, Kinnick Christofferson.
First and 10, Washington on the 38-yard line.
So Washington puts it in play from their own 38. First and 10, again trips to the left. One single receiver to the right. Patterson in the pistol formation with number 20 Stewart lined up behind him. Patterson gives this ball to Stewart. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Looked like Tyler Birch broke through, made a great tackle.
Tackle for loss on Stewart.
Loss of about 2 or 3.
Loss of 2, second down, 12.
Big play by Birch. Puts the Demons behind the sticks on second down, 2nd and 12. Patterson back to pass. Over the center, just out of the reach of the intended receiver. Number 20, the intended receiver. Tavian Stewart out of the backfield. Appeared to have a step on the defender, but the ball was overthrown and incomplete. So we've got a 3rd and 12. Same formation, 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Stewart in motion out of the backfield. He's the intended receiver, makes the catch, avoids the tackle, breaks into the secondary down the left side, and across the 50-yard line into Falcon territory. Good enough for a Demon first down.
Now by Baker, first down, Washington.
So once again, Washington's ability to convert on 3rd down has been an issue here in this second half. 1st and 10, Falcon 44-yard line. Patterson on the keeper, left side, chased out of bounds. Inside the 35, about the 35. It looks like they're going to mark it.
Patterson around left end.
Just short of the first down, so 2nd and 1 for the Demons. Patterson on the keeper, tries the right side, picks up a block by Stewart. Uses his speed from that point for a nice gain.
Gain of about 12.
Picks up about 12 yards down to the West Burlington About the 18-yard line, I believe. 1st and 10, brought down by number 2, Isaiah Fenton, on the tackle for the Falcons.
1st and 10, Washington.
So the Demons are in the red zone, 1st and 10. As they attempt to answer the Falcons score just a few minutes ago to tie the score. Patterson again keeps it. This time tries the left side. Short gain
Patterson keeps
down
it.
to about the 15, it looks like.
Gain of 4.
Riley and Schwenker on the tackle. 4-yard gain, 2nd down 6.
Tackle on that play was made by number 29, Kenyon Baker. Oh. Check that. By 3, Jackson Riley, and helped by number 9, Caden Schwenker. So 2nd and 6.
10.
This series has been a whole lot of quarterback Patterson, and once again he just takes a direct snap, tucks it around the left side, and in come the yellow hankies. We're going to see a 10-yard holding penalty, I am quite sure.
Westerbeck ran out of bounds with multiple flags on the play.
There's the signal. That'll be 10-yard penalty. Looks like the flag was thrown at about the original line of scrimmage, so we're going to go from 2nd and 6 to probably about 2nd and 16. Both teams have hurt themselves a little bit. There haven't been a lot of penalties, but it seems like they've kind of been drive killers, or in some cases kept drives alive when they're on the defensive side. So here we are, 2nd and 16, backed up to the about the 25-yard line, I believe. Patterson again rolling right, tucks it under, turns the corner. Drove out of bounds
Patterson around right end.
by number 9, Caden Schwenker.
Out of bounds. Ran out after a short gain.
Down to about the 17-yard line.
3rd down,
Going to be
10.
3rd and 10. This has been all Ethan Patterson on this drive, pretty much. He's handed it off a couple times, attempted a couple passes, but mostly it's just been a direct snap and tucks it and runs. This time he fakes a handoff, sets up the pass, breaks containment up the middle. I think he picked up the 1st down, it looks like. Officials are stopping the clock, the sticks are moving,
Step on the tackle.
and it's going to be
That's good for a
1st
down.
and goal inside the
First and goal,
10.
Washington from the
It's like
7.
about the 7-yard line. 1st and goal on the 7. So once again, Ethan Patterson carrying the load and doing the damage.
Oh, he gives them signals?
5.
Can we always do that?
He has one.
Oh, close.
Patterson fakes a handoff, rolls right, feels the pressure, throws into the end zone, incomplete.
Patterson's pass. Out of bounds.
Intended again for Prohaska.
2nd down.
Made a diving attempt. I'm not sure if he would have come down in bounds had he held on to it, but the ball came out, so that's a moot point at this time. So second and goal on the 7. Falcons really need to contain the quarterback Patterson. He's been elusive, used his legs to avoid the pass rush. Now we have a charge timeout by Washington. They're going to talk this over before deciding what to do on this second and goal from the 7. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back to live action. Once again, Demons knocking on the goal. Second and goal on the 7-yard line. The Falcons trying to put up a goal line stand. This time Patterson keeps it over the right side, goes pretty much untouched into the end zone, and Washington has regained the lead with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left. They've gone up 26-20. Be curious what the Demons decide to do. They're gonna, I thought maybe they might go for 2 here in this situation, but they're setting up for the kick try. And guess who? Once again, Ethan Patterson. Placement is down, the kick is up, and it's good.
Kick is up and good, making your score Washington 27.
Washington is back on top, 27-20. Again, 6:10 left. The Falcons have plenty of time to mount a drive and either tie or perhaps take the lead. So we'll be back after this for the kickoff. Okay, we're back for the exciting end of this hard-fought high school football game. Again, 2 teams, one with no playoff hopes and the other with very slim playoff hopes, but nonetheless, they're playing like there's a whole lot at stake here tonight. You got to hand it to both teams. They're playing with a lot of pride and certainly a lot of effort. Here's Patterson's kick. Once again, squibbed. Fallen on by.
Falcons jump on the kick out near the 40-yard line, where it will be first and 10, West Burlington, Notre Dame.
By number 15, Dylan Kipp. So, Falcons have decent field position. They're on just across their own 40-yard line, close to midfield. And again, they've shown the ability to move the ball. It's certainly not out of the question that they could navigate the 60 yards necessary to tie this thing up or take the lead. There we have a flag prior to the snap, which will probably be a false start. And that is the signal. So they're going to have to start this drive behind the sticks with a 1st and 15. Now back to their own 35-yard line. Schwenker fumbles a snap, able to fall on it, but again, he's going to lose probably about 4 or 5 more yards. So this drive is becoming quite a bit more difficult than what it needed to be. 2nd and 19 after a 5-yard false start penalty and then a muffed snap and another 4-yard loss. So need to come up with a big gainer here on 2nd down. Schwenker back to pass, looking downfield. A little bit underthrown, intended for Dylan Kipp.
Schwenker's pass intended for Kipp falls incomplete.
Falcons now face 3rd and 19. Handoff around the right side to number 3, Jackson Riley. Picked up a couple. He's still going to leave a long 4th down with 5:04 to go. Riley was tackled by number
4th down, 18.
6, Cason Evans. So the Falcons are in punt formation. Punts away, end over end. Bounces at the 40, takes a little bit of a favorable bounce, and then down there on the 38 by number 50, I believe. That would be Zachary Webb. So the Demons take over on their own 38-yard line, 1st down. Once we see we see the 3 trips on the right side and a single receiver to the left. It's been effective at spreading the field for Washington, gives the nifty Patterson room to operate, which he's taken advantage of. There's a backwards pass that was incomplete. It was intended for number 20, Stewart, who had gone in motion. The pass was thrown behind him. And yes, they are marking it. It was a backwards pass, and it went out of bounds, so that treated as a fumble. They're spotting the ball at the location where it went out of bounds.
2nd down, 10.
Well, take that back. Now they moved it up to the original line of scrimmage. So apparently they deemed it was a forward pass, incomplete, 2nd and 10. A little mix-up in the handoff between Patterson and Stewart, and completely messed up the timing and allowed the Falcon defensive line to stop the play for a sizable loss, about 4 yards. And we have timeout West Burlington, Notre Dame, as they're trying to preserve some time, anticipating they're going to get it back after a loss on that play. Bring up 3rd and 14. We'll be back.
Timeout. It's 3rd down and 15 on the Washington 33-yard line.
All right, 3rd and 15 as we resume play. We have a different quarterback on that play. It was number 11.
Patterson's pass complete to Lucas Kroll on the 30-yard line. That's good for a 1st down.
Check that. That was Patterson. I misread the number that threw the pass. I thought I saw a different number in there. Quarterback. That pass was complete to Lucas Kroll. Another big hit by Tyler Birch.
For the Falcons.
Stopped the ball carrier Patterson for a 2-yard loss. But we have another Falcon slow to get up.
From Bracewell Stadium, Fort Madison leading the Greyhounds 17-14 at the end of 3 quarters.
Injured Falcon is number 77, Jordan Knupp. He's is able to get off under his own power with a little bit of assistance from assistant Darren North.
I mean, you know, it's like, how many have you been to the whole game? Or most of it? He's got it. They've gotten like 5, 3rd, and 12 plus on plays like that.
So, following the injury timeout, 2nd and 12. Patterson on the keep. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or 2 past. Going to bring up a 3rd and approximately 9, it looks like. These are the plays that the Falcons have needed to make all night. Oftentimes, Patterson's elusiveness, occasionally his right arm, have kept the drives alive. We'll see what happens here. We've got a flag. And West Burlington, Notre Dame is going to be penalized for encroachment. Look like they're trying to bring some pressure, and the linebacker or safety on this side of the field anticipated the snap and got there just a little bit early. So that helped considerably. Turned that 3rd and 9 into 3rd and 4. Clock running, 2:48 to go. The Demons certainly taking their time here to put it in play. They're under 10 on the play clock. Patterson faked the option, kept it, tucked it in.
Patterson keeps it the tackle.
Brought down by number 74, Aiden Niffen. At about the 24-yard line. Bring up 4th down and about 4. So once again,
4th down with a
charge timeout
timeout
by West Burlington
Falcons.
Notre Dame. Again, trying to preserve some time in case they are able to get the stop on this 4th down play and give themselves one more chance to get down there and tie this game up. So we'll be back. All right, back to live action.
4th down, 3.
4th and 4 for the Demons. Patterson dances around, able to get the corner just enough to pick up the 1st down. Again, his elusiveness shows up again. Looked like he had a chance to get him trapped behind the line of scrimmage, and he just was able to elude the would-be tacklers and get the edge just enough to pick up the 1st down. So the ball's on the 19 of West Burlington Notre Dame, 1st and 10. Clock stopped at 2:19 with the out-of-bounds play. Patterson this time tries the left side. Nice ankle tackle by
Patterson keeps it.
number 9, Caden Schwenker.
Schwenker on the tackle.
Picked up about 6 on that, so we got 2nd and 4.
Bring up 2nd down, 4.
Clock running. Now under 2 minutes, about 1:40 to go. Have to snap at about the 1:30 mark or sooner if they choose. There's the snap, a handoff to Stewart up the right guard, spins away from a tackle, drags more tacklers with him down near the goal line. Just short of the goal line.
Stewart, the ball carrier, down close to the goal line.
So with the 1:23 and the clock running, the Washington Demons have the ball on the Falcon 2-yard line, 1st and goal. Stewart in the middle of the line. No touchdown signal. Stopped just short.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Again,
We're out of timeouts.
No, we got one left.
3rd and goal. 2nd goal, excuse me. Clock is running. They'll need to snap one more time. As Burlington has elected not to use a timeout. This time Stewart over the right side
Javon Stewart
and is into the end zone for the touchdown. So with 16.8 left on the scoreboard, Washington Demons score a late touchdown to take a 33-20 lead. This is going to end up looking like a more lopsided game than it actually has been. It's been very competitive. West Burlington has given a great account of themselves. It's going to show up as a 2-score defeat. This time Patterson's try is good. Makes the score 34-20. So with 16.8, West Burlington will get the ball back following the kickoff. And we'll be back. So we're about ready for the final 16.8 seconds of the 2021 football season here at West Burlington, Notre Dame. We'll see, in all likelihood, another squib kick, as we've seen every time so far tonight from Washington. Patterson approaches the ball and does exactly that, kicks it on the ground.
Who is they are or we are?
Fielded by number 20, C.J. Davis. Returned it to about the 35-yard line. 11.1 seconds. So probably one more snap of the football, and this clock will wind down, and as will the season. A pitch to Jackson Riley, tries the right side, tackled for a loss, and the clock runs out. The game ends 34 for Washington and 20 for West Burlington Notre Dame. Once again, have to give credit, much credit, to the West Burlington Notre Dame players for the effort they put forth. Certainly the coaches staff deserve some credit for keeping the players enthusiasm and you know, in a difficult situation after having not won a game all year. Came into this one considerable underdog, I would say, and yet they gave a great account of themselves, and unfortunately the scoreboard is not going to reflect the effort, but anyone who was here watching them play and with the kind of effort they put forth certainly has to give the credit to them for doing so. So once again, it's the season has ended. I'm sure Coach Bowman has lots of things that he needs to get ready in the off season. Certainly numbers are a problem, but I think that's something that will be addressed. The season was hampered considerably by very key injuries. Certainly their leading running back, Donaldson, was out. They lost several other key players throughout the year. So anyway, that's a quick summary from my viewpoint. I've enjoyed being part of it this year, and thanks for everyone who's tuned in, and we'll see you next year. Good night from Bill Nelson Field.